Well, hello and welcome back. I'm standing on the edge of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and I'd like you to see this beauty and the spectacality. We're in downtown Cato, St George. We're at the St George Harbour and Beach area. Look at the clarity of that water. It's early in the morning, there's a slight mist that's hazing the blueness, but I'll tell you what, this is downtown paradise. And I'm smoking a cigar especially for you, especially if your name's Sir Bernie. I might take you up on that and get a couple of suspension struts, because the roads in and around Paphos are absolutely diabolical. Anyway, come with me. We're going to go up some rocks and I'm going to show you the beauty of the little harbour known as St George Harbour, and it really is a breathtaking little place. If you're coming here on your holidays, perhaps for a week, perhaps for a fortnight, or perhaps even for the rest of your life, don't forget to come to St George Harbour. Look at it. It takes your breath away. If you're curious to know what time of the year it is, well, it's the first week of December. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet, and the temperature is way above 20 degrees. And that, well, that's a picture postcard. There's no doubt about it. As we look out yonder, that is the beautiful unspoilt area known as the Acamas. Great place to go out towards Lara Beach. That's out there. And of course, there's a beautiful rocky coastline to feast your eyes and digest. Imagine renting a villa just over yonder, or perhaps buying one, and every morning waking up and feasting your eyes out into the abyss of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Come with me. Let's head back in towards the harbour and the beach area, and you'll understand that in the summer this is very much a very popular destination indeed. Perhaps if your name's Lady Ali, you got a man in your life called Sir Neil, and a couple of dads, Sir Brian and of course Lord Mike. This could be a little place to come and spend a few hours. One or two snack bars, there's a restaurant up on the top. There's always an ice cream van here. Even at this time of year, if you start to look carefully, there is an ice cream van in the distance. So if your name's Lady so sweet Caroline, and perhaps you want a Rambo Whippy double dipped in chocolate, especially for you, you never know, Lord Nigel with the big guns might dip his hand into that deep pocket and splash out the cash, especially for you. Now obviously there's an easy way to do this walk. You could walk along the actual little promenade, but hey, this is Mr. Paul, so he likes to do things that little bit different. Let's continue to walk along these rocks, which of course have been put in to prevent the sea licking and lapping too hard on the little harbour known as St George. But one thing's for sure, if you're on these rocks, you get to feast your eyes and digest the beauty and the spectacality of the area known as downtown Cato Paphos. If you start to look very carefully now out between the little island, you will see there is a man canoeing, and he's canoeing for his dear life. He understands that he wants to stay in downtown Cato St George on a truly spectacality of a day indeed. Perhaps if you're in downtown Nantwich and your name's Lady Jessica, great friend of mine, and of course the man in your life, Sir Simon, perhaps you're out doing your Christmas shopping, perhaps getting all those special presents for, of course, the superstars, the princess known as Princess Meghan, and of course that son, that brother, Gangster Max. Absolute legends that we had great honour to meet in downtown Cato Paphos for quite a few nights on the trot, and it was an honour and a pleasure, and hopefully Sir Simon is earning the falloose, that's the spondoolies, that's the money, in order to bring you back to paradise, which of course is Paphos. If you're looking for a great place to come on your holidays, Paphos and Cyprus has got to be at the very top of your list. Let's see how our man on his canoe is getting on. He looks as though he's having a great time indeed. I might have to get one of those. I've actually got a friend who's got a car dealership, and he's got one of those for sale, and he only wants 600 euros for it, and apparently it costs over 2,500 euros. So you never know, you might catch Marika and me floating in the blue Mediterranean Sea on one of those very, very soon indeed. He looks as though he's having an absolutely great time. Not a care in the world, not a trouble, as he paddles in the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. I wonder where he's going. I wonder where he's come from, and I wonder where he's going to. Is he coming back to shore? Wow, spectacular. If only I had the time, I think I'd go and do that for the rest of my life. Let's keep going. We're on a little rock walk in the St George Harbour, and of course there's a little pleasant beach over there. It's got a bit of seaweed on it at the moment, but in the summertime, I promise you, that little beach over there is absolutely packed to the rafters with all the locals, expats and alike that know that it's a secret little cove that's just hidden out of sight, just that little bit too far from perhaps all of the many tourists that flock to Paphos. But if you get on a bus or perhaps on a canoe, you could paddle your way into St George Harbour and have a great time indeed. Let's pause and watch this gentleman, because there's no doubt about it, there's something special about what he's doing. It looks as though he's having the time of his life. And that could be the way that you come into Paphos next time. You never know. Lord Julian, grab the hand of the honeymoon girl, get yourself on a canoe, and don't forget, you and of course Lady Bridget will be coming into Paphos and having a great time indeed. I wouldn't say he's paddling like crazy, but he's got a gentle paddle and he's having a great time indeed. It's a totally different way of life in Paphos. Wherever you're from, if you're watching normally from the northern hemisphere, perhaps if you're in Germany, perhaps if you're in Poland, if your name's Anna, my superstar, imagine when you come back to Paphos with Dr. Tamas and of course your son and my great friend Sir Bart coming down to the St George Harbour and perhaps chilling out for an hour or two and perhaps catching those rays of sunshine on that little beach just over yonder. So don't click off just yet. We will get to the end of this rock walk and then we're going to go and have a little walk on the beach, and I promise you the views are quite simply to die for. This is a working harbour, so perhaps if you want to fish, if you want a fish supper, have a chat with one of the fishermen, and you never know, you might get to buy that special sea bass or two. There's a bit of a chuchuchka wobbling rock there. Shall we go down through the dirt? Yes, there we are. Mr. Paul's going to get dirty shoes. Don't forget, Lady Andrea, I'm going to be needing a new pair of blue shoes because these are getting a bit of a battering of late. They've got wet once or twice, and of course they're getting, well, scuffed up on all the rock walking that we're doing of late. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to come back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. And while you're at it, why not go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform? That's of course where you can gift us that virtual coffee or two. You can also choose to become one of our superstar members at only €10 a month. Here we are. We're going to walk on the seaweed-laden beach, but I promise you in the summertime, this beach is a beauty. Why is it a beauty? Because in a second, you're going to get the view. Wait for it. Look at that. The working harbour of downtown St George. There's the little fisher boats all lined up, especially for you. Plenty of parking. And of course that is where you get to dibble and dabble your little tootsies straight into the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And right on cue, there's our man on his canoe. And he seems to be paddling a little bit more crazy because he wants to get back to dry land. Perhaps go and get that Rambo Whippy ice cream. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like and don't forget to come back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness again in the summer. That's a little cafeteria beach bar that sits on the cusp of the harbour. There's Purdy in the background, and she understands that she has got a spectacality of a view indeed. There's the ice cream man. That's waiting especially for you. Let's watch him as he comes into shore on his canoe. I know he hasn't got that much clothes on, but what's on is blue. His canoe is blue. That sky is blue. The sea, that's blue. Mr. Paul, guess what? He's dressed head to toe in blue. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me, and this gentleman. Oh my goodness, we are waiting especially for you. He certainly looks as though he's had a good time indeed. I might go and steal his canoe and start paddling like crazy. It makes it look very easy indeed. I'm going to leave you with that for the final view. Thanks for watching. And of course, I'll see you again very soon, somewhere in a car or perhaps on a beach, especially for you.